Hi, I am Brenda Alltrade and you're welcome to another video. African parents are some of the best parents in the world, but they endured so much trauma that in their parenting style it reflects. African parents are more concerned about discipline than they are about values. And I can say this because it was my reality. My parents were more concerned about having good grades, being punctual in school, wearing the right uniforms, the right sandals, being obedient and all of that, which is not bad, but they don't really instill values in us. They're more concerned about what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and most times they don't even tell you why. So it's easy for us in this generation to not have the right values for ourselves, for other people, for generally everything, because like where were we going to learn that from? Our parents were more concerned about going to school on time, having good grades, being obedient to your elders, everything that has to do with discipline. African parents are fantastic, but when it comes to value, in my experience, there are very few people who learned value from home. Okay, most of us had to learn that along our journey through life. Now, in this video, I want to talk about why women should not have their bodies exposed on their wedding day, and I'll start by telling you a personal experience of mine. About 10 years ago, right, there's this man who invited me on a date through a mutual friend of ours, and I honored his invitation. And when I got there, I was pretty, to me at that time, I thought I was dressed decently. I had a simple dress and a sandal on, and I didn't have any makeup on, but I didn't think I needed makeup for a casual date. So I got there and we exchanged pleasantries and we sat down to have a drink. And when the waiter came and served us the drinks and left, this man looked at me and he said, "You look very nice and I appreciate you honoring my invitation. But I've made all these efforts to have you here." And this young man, referring to the waiter, who on a normal day will probably not have the courage to step up to you and say hi, or cannot even afford to host you the way I'm doing right now, is now getting to enjoy the same view that I am enjoying. He's getting to enjoy what I've made efforts to enjoy. And he was referring to my cleavage because the dress I had on, casual as it was, it had a v-neck that was a little deep and you could see my cleavage. And I was a very tiny, skinny girl back then. So like there was really not much to show, but you could still see something because the waiter, he had caught the waiter catching a glimpse at my cleavage. So I think that made him feel somehow, made him feel cheated, according to him. He's like, now he's having to share what he has put an effort into enjoying with this young man who cannot even talk to me on the streets on a normal day. And at first, I felt embarrassed, but he reassured me. He was like, "No, don't feel embarrassed. I'm sure if you knew better, you would have done better." And honestly, yes, because I did not know better. I had never thought of it that way. I was barely, what, 20, 21 at the time. I did not know better, honestly. And that is the case with most women, or should I say young ladies these days, because we do not know better. Because like those are not the things that your parents focus on teaching you. They just tell you when you wear certain clothes that you think fancy or that you like, they tell you, "Oh no, you cannot wear that." They're not telling you why. And that's what I mean when I say that our parents don't necessarily teach us value. You can say no to a child day in day out. You have to say no every day until they understand why you're saying no to them. When I say our parents did not necessarily teach us value, that's what I mean. My mom, my grandma, my aunties, my uncles, they were all very strict, and they treated us with so much discipline, but like they never really, you know, instill value in you. Like they don't tell you. My mom would always say, "Oh no, you're a girl. You should not wear boy clothes." Like my grandma, especially, was against girls wearing trousers. She only wanted us in skirts and dresses, and I get that. And but like you have to tell me why, because that's the only time I'll appreciate the discipline that you're trying to instill in me, is if I know why. The why is what creates the value. Now, after this man said those words to me, apart from the fact that I felt embarrassed, I had learned something new, because before that day, I didn't think of anything wrong with, showing a little cleavage, because it was a cute dress. I liked the dress. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not naked. It's not see through. That was my thinking. But now I know better. It's like, okay, so like, why would I give someone, anybody, access to my body in a way that they don't deserve? Like, they don't even qualify. So imagine you on your wedding day, you're dressed so beautifully, but your body is out there for everybody, for the man who has become worthy of it based on efforts, commitment, and everything that he has put in to be worthy of you and your body. And then the other people, people who even just stumbled into the wedding arena by mistake, or maybe they were a plus one to a friend or a relative. Everybody now has access to your body. Some of them don't know you. Most of them don't care about you. Most of them are not even deserving of your presence. But now they have access to your entire body on your special day, on the day where you appear before God to be joined together with your life partner in holy matrimony. It's crazy to me. So if you think about it like that, you understand why, like, it shouldn't be, because, like I said, the man who's worthy of you, the ones who don't care, the ones who are not worthy, the ones who would never be worthy, everybody now has access to your body. Like they can tell the shape of your breasts, the shape of your bum. It's your wedding day. At least if you would show off your body any other day, it shouldn't be on your wedding day. Like I think it's off. I think it's weird. I think it's disrespectful to the person who you are committing to spend the rest of your life with. I think it's disrespectful even to yourself. Like, why would you just lay it out there for every and anybody? It doesn't make any sense. And some women will say, "Oh, my husband likes." Your husband likes it, but like, what about you? Don't you have value? And why would any? I don't think men really like these things. They just allow it because it's like, okay, so well, that's what makes her happy, and because he loves you, he'll oblige to it. But I don't think there's a man who will oppose to his woman or his wife looking decent or being covered up, because he is going to know what's under there already. He doesn't need it to be displayed in public. He has an idea, you know. He doesn't need the preview, especially not on your wedding day. So it doesn't make any sense to me that women want to have their boobs popping out of their wedding dress, or have their butts on display, or have their legs all bare on your wedding day. Like, any other day, you go, girl. But on your wedding day, I think we should pay more attention to these things, and, have more value for ourselves and the things that we choose to do, especially when it matters. Like, your wedding day is a big deal, and a lot of people these days are more focused on the party, the ceremony, and they forget the significance of coming together in marriage with another person. That is the first institution that was ordained by God ever. the institution of marriage. It is not a joke. It is not just to party and wear nice clothes. It is a very significant occasion, and I think it will be better for the entire world if we paid more respect to the occasion, okay, by doing things properly, like dressing properly for women. I mean, if your husband likes to show body, he should show his body. Why is he wearing a suit? Why is he covered up from his neck to his feet? And you have your body on display. It doesn't make any sense to me, and it never will. So, women, sisters, I need you to be more particular with how you dress yourselves, especially on your special days when you're on a date with a man that means something to you, a man that you value. And even if you don't value the man, value yourself. Value yourself and dress accordingly. Like, think about it. When you dress up and you're about to leave your house, think about how you appear and all the people who are going to have access to you while you're out. I'm not bothered about how you dress any other day. Really, it's your choice. But on your wedding day, I don't only think it's tacky, I think it's uncalled for. I think it's disrespectful to yourself, to your spouse or your partner, and to God. Okay? Whatever ideas you subscribe to, whatever culture you subscribe to, that is your business. But I'm telling you for free, I know that the truth stings. I don't expect you to agree with me, but that will not stop me from saying the truth. It is uncalled for to have your body on display on your wedding day. Whether it's just a little cleavage or whether it's just a little ties or it's a little see-through, it's uncalled for. That is the one day that you should be decent. So, whatever ideas, whatever excuses you have, hey, it's up to you. Do you? But I'm just saying, like, if your husband, your partner, he likes you to look sexy, he can excuse your wedding day. If he likes sexy looks so much, he should be sexy. How about that? He should take off his shirt and wear his tie with his jacket or his coat or whatever. You know, he should dress sexy. Why don't they wear shorts on their wedding day? Why don't they show a little legs? Why don't they show their abs? Why does it have to be the women all the time? Why? Have you ever thought about that? Anyway, that's all I have to say concerning this topic. And if you have any contributions to make, I'd like to hear in the comment section. Leave me comments. Like this video, subscribe, share, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.